going on, folks? Welcome back to another Scum video. I hope we're doing well. Ladies and gents, the Horde 0.95 has been out for a little over a few days now, and the feedback has been absolutely phenomenal on this patch, especially with balancing, audio, and plenty of other things. And I'm going to show you, even with pictures, how this patch works, with a few other things that I want to go through as well. Now, if you do find this video informative, etc., please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button as well. We have a phenomenal subscribe rate on this channel, really do. We have a 70-30 subscribe rate, so for the 30% that aren't subscribing to the channel, ladies and gents, guys, can you please hit that for me? I'd be greatly appreciated for that. So let's have a look at the Horde 0.95. So we've seen the trailer. I'll post a link below for the trailer as well, and obviously, as I said, I will post a link down in the description below so you can read this patch yourself. Now, firstly, the optimizations are absolutely phenomenal, and I will use that word. There has been so many different tweaks. I'm not going to go through all of them here, but so many different tweaks on the performance and the optimization of how these work. So firstly, we're just going to go through, because I'm not going to read everything word for word. I don't want this video to be 10 hours long. But we are going to go through a few things here. So the abandoned bunkers have been reworked. Now, I'm going to show you some pictures here so it makes it a little bit easier to understand this, because I had to do it myself to fully understand exactly how this works. And it just puts things into perspective so we fully understand, okay? So I'm going to read this through, then I'm going to show you the pictures. So the abandoned bunkers have been reworked. So 2 out of 17 abandoned bunkers are active for 24 hours. The rest are inactive and can be activated with the appropriate keycard. You can find keycards in police stations and in a radiation zone police station that are regulated by the server settings. The majority of people are just going to be looking in normal police stations for these, by the way. Cards found this way only last 24 hours. After you found a card from this location, you can't find a new one as long as the card you found exists. If you manage to find a key card for your bunker after opening the main door, the bunker will be active for 3 hours. You can also get key cards for sentries and cargo drops that last for 48 hours. Key cards from sentries and cargo drops are not regulated by server settings, and they do not count towards max possible number. You can always get them. As long as the bunker is inactive, there are no puppets and no loot inside. This is a huge thing for the optimization, ladies and gents, and the performance of the servers. If you log into a bunker that is inactive, you will be teleported outside without any loot on you. If you stay in the bunker that is closing, alerted by the sound effects, you'll be teleported outside and you will lose all your gear. Below, you will find server settings that you can adjust, all for private servers. So some private servers have changed it. So for example, my server on RKG, we have enabled it so there are 4 active bunkers within a 24-hour period. So here's the images I wanted to show you guys. So if you look here, we have the 25 sectors. This is the 25 sectors here. These are the 8 active bunkers that we currently have. Now, as you can see, these are the 8 active ones. We now have 17 abandoned bunkers alongside the 8 active ones. Now, 2 out of these 17 are active for 24 hours. These could be any random bunkers. Any abandoned bunker could be random active for 24 hours, which leaves 15 other abandoned bunkers locked until you find this keycard that you are going to need. Once you find this keycard, then you are not going to have any issues getting into the other bunkers as well. Hopefully, these images have made it a little bit easier to understand on how this is actually working. And personally, I think it is a great balance, and it's something we've been waiting for a long time, because the devs did state a long time ago that they wanted to have AI or NPCs drop these cards to get into bunkers, rather than just running into every bunker. So don't forget, you still got 8 active bunkers you can just run in and out of. But you still have to be careful as well, because obviously we have the Horde system, which is another thing we'll get onto shortly. Okay, so we have the codex. Simple, guys. It's a nice little tab on top. We're going to go through all these, by the way, on separate videos, as you know. But this is something I like to do on the patch. I like to go through the big patch and then make separate videos thereafter. And obviously after doing some testing and stuff, then we can make separate videos as well, like I just said. So here we have the codex. It's basically just a tutorial system for helping new players. Absolutely phenomenal and vital as well. Something that's really pushed me to make my videos in the past, and even now for new players as well, to understand this incredible game that we have at our hands here. Okay, so we have the codex. It's basically a tutorial system, and we also have the tips as well, the survival tips, which you can see here on this image. Now we have the Rager, so we finally got the pickup, guys. This is 6-seater, 2 in the back, 4 inside. It is really, really cool. I think it's 6. I think it does hold 6. Yeah, 6-seated, and it is modular as well, so you can take parts off of it and everything else as well. Currently, right now, you can't fit any armor or anything on there, so during the 0.95 process, that's going to come around. Okay, we're 5 minutes into the video. Guys, don't forget, if you haven't hit the like button, please don't forget to do that. Very important. Thank you so much. Crafting rework. Now, the crafting rework menu, I'm going to go through this again on a separate video strictly with this. I know I've gone through it before, but we're going to do separate videos for most of these things that you see here. So we've got the crafting rework, so you've got the base building, you've got the cooking, the items, and you've got all the other areas, vicinity, favorites and stuff. It's quite difficult to explain just from an image here, but you can see there's a lot here to go through, so we're going to keep this a separate video. Either way, the items menu and the crafting and everything is completely changed, and also there is auto craft as well, which is just a godsend at the same time as well. Okay, so we're going to go down. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so we've got the horde feature here. We have the hordes, and you have 3 different zones, guys. You've got the HTZ, which is the high threat zone. You've got the medium threat zone, MTZ, and you've got the LTZ. Now, think of these zones going from the center outwards. So obviously a high threat zone is going to be right in the middle of the stuff, right in the middle. And then as you sort of go around outside of towns and POIs, that's when you're obviously going to get a medium threat zone and a lower threat zone on the outside. So things get a lot harder as you go in. And without repeating everything that you see in this little bit here, what's going to happen is if you fire guns, explosions make loud noises, or even if a puppet spots you and screams for that backup, which they do, which you can see the one in this image here, they scream and then they kind of just run after you, like this one opening the door, then it's going to attract all the others that you can see here on this one as well. So just remember that, like, just be very careful. And I've made that mistake already where I've accidentally shot, and then obviously, you know, everything goes to, yeah, you can imagine. Okay, so in the video, guys, this is absolutely fantastic. The devs are going to be implementing, or have implemented, the DLSS 3.5, which is for the 2030 and 40 series. And you've got the frame generation as well that is being added. Frame generation is strictly only for the 40 series, but the 3.5 is for the 20, 30, and 40. And from what I'm hearing, is primarily really for ray tracing stuff, which we don't really have ray tracing in SCUM yet. So, but it is going to help with some anti-aliasing and some other things as well in terms of trying to get your image a little bit sharper and better for the frame rates. So that's pretty much that with the NVIDIA for now. We've got the improvised flamethrower, pretty awesome, and this does a lot of damage. And all you got to do is craft this, and then you can just do some damage with this, as you can see in this image here. We have the SCAR DMR as well. We don't have the other DMR yet, and there's a few other guns that are going to be coming soon, which was the one that looked like the Uzi and the SKS and stuff. They're the ones we're looking forward to. The PU scope as well. So this is going to be going on the Kar-98, or it says here, made for the Kar-98 rifle, was compatible with the Mosin Magnum rifle as well. This was more of a placeholder, but now we have a proper scope for the Mosin, the PU scope. Okay, so this is the Mosin scope here, and the ZF was for, obviously, the ZF was for the Kar-98, so we've actually got another scope here, the PU. So I'm looking forward to making some videos on this stuff, actually. It's going to be pretty cool to go through these separately. We've got a 0.45 suppressor, nothing to shout about, but we finally have one that the 9mm suppressor was actually used on a 0.45 as a placeholder, but obviously now it works. Because obviously the 0.45 ain't going to fit through a 9mm, but it's you know, they've changed that now. The firefighter helmet and clothes as well. So you got the flamethrower stuff, and you got the proper uniform here. So we've got a couple of firefighter hats, or helmets, shall I say, and we've got a load of bug fixes. Now, I would highly recommend to pause this, ladies and gents, and then go through the QOL additions here, because some things have massively changed here, as in increased the number of usages on threads and wires, and you can now craft, yes, that is right, you can now craft nails, and you can craft your own bolts just with a piece of scrap metal and a craft workbench as well. So also other things here. Brenner will now attack puppets in his path. Servers in the server browser will now be colored from red to yellow depending on their FPS, which is nice. So you can see all these different things, nails and bolts there, more ropes. So now you can actually craft a 35-pounder with actually a rope rather than wire. rebalance base building health and damage, remove the 84 and the OG7V ammo from the game. Obviously, some things do get a little OP sometimes, guys. And a load of other things as well. So obviously this is a huge one. Suicide puppets will no longer start the auto explode timer until they enter combat mode adjusted. Combat mode, and have also adjusted some buy and sell prices, which is brilliant. The buy and sell prices have changed massively, and as you can see right now, also there is 50% off right now as well with Scum, you can see here. So I'm going to leave a link to the Steam page as well down below. And look at that, mostly positive reviews, 77,000, because this is how a developer studio actually does things correct, ladies and gents. Unlike, yes, that's right, you know the game I'm thinking of, but I am not going to mention it on this stream because it's just, it would just be wrong to do that. Just finally, ladies and gents, I'm sponsored by GGHost, so please don't forget to use my affiliate link if you want to rent yourself out a server, or you're going to start the next big community server or whatever. Don't forget to use my affiliate link down below to get your 50% off in your first month by utilizing my name RayKit in the promo code just before you purchase. Type my name in there, and you will get you 50% off in your first month. Guys, the support is phenomenal. It really and truly is, and the performance is just amazing. It really is nice and easy to use as well. So GGHost do have their own Discord, by the way. So that's any updates and anything to any servers that you're running will all go through there too. Very, very simple. Right, ladies and gents, that's literally all I have for you today. We've kept that under 15 minutes, well under 15 minutes, which is great. And hopefully I'll see you guys on the live stream tomorrow. Go check out the front page of the channel. I have live streams scheduled most days of the week. The only days I don't stream, guys, is Thursdays and Sundays, only here on YouTube. Don't forget to that like and subscribe and the notification bell. Thank you so much for your time. And whatever you're doing, have a lovely evening or a lovely day. Take care.